You are not here by accident. You press play because something inside you is restless, because you sense there's more power in you than the world has ever allowed you to touch. And today, you will discover it. Listen carefully. Every word you are about to hear is designed to awaken what has been buried, hidden, or denied within you. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now, if this voice reaches you, if it stirs something deep, pause for a moment, subscribe to this channel, leave a like, so this message continues to find you when you need it most. This is not entertainment. This is alignment. Imagine this. You are standing at the edge of a vast, invisible ocean. It stretches beyond sight, beyond thought, beyond time. This ocean is the quantum field, an infinite sea of possibilities, vibrating with every outcome your life could take. And right now, you are holding a cup too small to draw from the infinite. Why? Because your mind has been trained to believe in limitation. But what happens if you drop the cup? What happens if you dare to step into the water itself? Control. That is the first lesson. Not control of the world, not control of others, but control of yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, your inner climate. Because the field does not respond to your words. It responds to the frequency you emit. Picture yourself as a tuning fork. Strike it, and the entire room vibrates with the same tone. Your mind works the same way. The field amplifies what you hold. Fear, it multiplies fear. Power, it multiplies power. The question is, what frequency are you sending? Silence. This is where mastery begins. In silence, you strip away the noise of the world, the opinions, the doubts, the endless distractions. Imagine sitting in absolute stillness. No phone, no noise, no movement, just you and the raw energy of existence. That silence is not empty. It is a doorway. Through silence, you detach. Detachment is not indifference. It is strength. It is standing in the middle of chaos and refusing to be moved. The world screams. You remain unshakable. The storm rages. You remain untouchable. Think of the Stoics who walked through fire, who faced exile, betrayal, even death, and yet their minds were calm, their decisions precise, their hearts uncorrupted. They understood control is freedom. Now, let me ask you, what controls you? Is it anger? Is it fear? Is it the endless hunger for approval? Detach, break the chain. You do not need to escape the world. You need to master yourself within it. And once you taste that freedom, the field responds, it bends, it reshapes. Because you are no longer a prisoner of reaction, you are the architect of creation. Imagine waking tomorrow and nothing external could shake you. Not rejection, not loss, not chaos. You would walk with a quiet authority, a silent command. People would feel it before you spoke a word. This is power, not loud, not desperate, but unshakable, magnetic, alive. And this is only the beginning. You must understand this truth. The field does not reward the frantic. It does not answer to desperation. It moves for the one who is centered, disciplined, unwavering. Imagine two warriors. One swings his sword wildly, driven by fear, eyes clouded by panic. The other stands still, breast steady, blade raised with precision. Who holds the true power? The one who does less, the one who masters himself first. Your thoughts are swords. Every emotion is a weapon. But if you are not in command, you cut yourself before you ever touch the world. This is why silence is sacred. In silence, you sharpen the blade. In silence, you separate illusion from truth. In silence, you hear the frequency of your own soul, uncluttered by the noise of the world. Picture yourself walking into a crowded hall. Voices echo, chaos fills the air, and yet you walk through it untouched, carrying silence like armor. This is detachment. This is mastery. Do you know why most people fail? Because they fight battles that do not belong to them. They chase approval. They wrestle with opinions. They waste energy defending what does not matter. Mastery means choosing your battlefield. And the first battlefield is always within. Imagine closing your eyes tonight. Instead of replaying failures, you replay victories not yet lived. You see yourself rising, succeeding, walking with unshakable authority. You feel it as if it were already real. Your heart doesn't know the difference between memory and vision. The field responds the same. And soon, reality begins to bend toward the vision you carried. This is the secret emperors understood. This is what philosophers whispered in shadows. This is what sages practiced in silence. They knew the mind is not a mirror of the world. It is the mold of the world. What are you molding right now? What thoughts fill your day? What images play? In your head when no one is watching, understand this. You are programming the field in every moment. Every thought is a seed. Every emotion is water. What grows is what you allow. So I ask you, are you planting chaos or are you planting mastery? Are you watering fear or are you watering strength? Detachment means you no longer cling to outcomes. You no longer beg the world for validation. Instead, you align with truth, and the world bends toward you. This is not arrogance. This is alignment. The sun does not beg the planets to revolve around it. It burns, and everything moves in orbit. You must burn with the fire of your own vision, not to convince, not to prove, but to live in resonance with the infinite. Close your eyes now and picture this. You are a mountain. Winds crash, storms howl, seasons change, but you do not move. You rise, you endure, you remain. This is what it means to be untouchable. This is what it means to live in true power. And once you reach this state, the field begins to obey, because the field mirrors strength, not weakness. It follows order, not chaos. It bends to the will of the one who has mastered himself. You are that one. You can become that one. The only barrier is your mind and the chains you have chosen to wear. Break them. Step into silence. Detach from what you cannot control. Master the battlefield within, and then the world itself becomes your ally. You were born into a world of noise. Everywhere, voices pulling you, distracting you, demanding your attention. The world trains you to chase, but never to still. It trains you to crave, but never to detach, and so people move like shadows, running endlessly, but never arriving. But you are here now. You are listening, and that means something inside you refuses to be a shadow. Imagine standing at the center of a storm, wind screaming, lightning splitting the sky, chaos everywhere, and yet at the center there is silence, the eye of the storm, unmoved, untouched. That silence is not absence. It is strength. It is power. It is you. Most people never discover this. They believe power is loud. They believe control is domination. But the ancients knew true power is silent. True mastery is invisible. The one who controls himself controls. The field. Think of a king who rules a vast empire. If his heart is enslaved by anger, his throne is nothing but a prison. If his mind is chained by fear, his crown is nothing but a weight. But if his inner world is mastered, then the empire bends without resistance. Why? Because the field mirrors the sovereign state of his being. Now imagine yourself as that sovereign. Close your eyes and see it. You walk through your life like a ruler walking through his kingdom. No rush, no panic. Every step is deliberate. Every word is chosen. Every action radiates command. Do you feel it? That shift in your chest when you imagine yourself unshakable. That is not fantasy. That is the seed of alignment. The field listens not to your words, but to that silent conviction pulsing through you right now. But here is the danger. If you do not control your mind, the world will. History is full of examples. Entire empires collapsed because leaders were slaves to their own impulses. Kings destroyed kingdoms out of rage. Generals lost battles out of fear. Philosophers warned, he who conquers himself is greater than he who conquers 1,000 men. So, I ask you, who rules you? Do you govern your thoughts, or do your thoughts govern you? Do you command your emotions, or do your emotions command you? Detach. This is the command. Detach from the opinions of others. Detach from the illusion of control over things that do not belong to you. Detach from the desperate hunger for approval. When you detach, you do not lose. You gain. You gain clarity. You gain freedom. You gain control. Picture this. Your life is a grand chessboard. Most people move blindly, reacting to every piece the opponent shifts. But the master sees 10 moves ahead. Why? Because he is not distracted by the noise of the present. He is calm. He is detached. And in his silence, he holds victory long before the game is finished. This is your life. Every decision you make is a move on that board. And the question is, are you reacting blindly? Or are you moving with mastery when you wake in the morning? What is the first thought that enters your mind? Does it belong to you, or is it a repetition of fear, worry, chaos implanted by the world? The field is always listening. Every thought is a command. Every image is a blueprint. Every emotion is an instruction to reality itself. So what are you instructing the field to create? A life of fear, a life of chaos, or a life of unshakable power? Now listen carefully. This is not theory. This is not philosophy for the sake of words. This is law, and if you test it, it will reveal itself. Close your eyes again. Breathe slowly. Picture yourself 1 year from now, not in vague dreams, but in detail. Where do you live? What do you wear? Who walks beside you? How does your voice sound when you speak with authority? Feel it, see it, command it. The field is listening right now, and as you feel it, reality begins to bend toward it. But there is a cost. Discipline, sacrifice, commitment, because the world will try to pull you back into noise. It will try to drown you in fear, in doubt, in endless distraction. Mastery means you resist. Mastery means you rise. Mastery means you choose silence when the world screams. You choose stillness when the world shakes. You choose detachment when the world clings. Think of the great leaders who endured exile, betrayal, imprisonment, even death, yet remained unbroken. They were not unbroken because the world was kind to them. They were unbroken because they had already conquered themselves. The battle outside was powerless against the fortress within. Now imagine yourself as that fortress, unshakable, untouchable. You do not bend to fear. You do not surrender to anger. You stand like a mountain, and the world must bend around you. This is not arrogance. This is alignment. This is the natural state of the one who has mastered his mind, his emotions, his inner climate. And when you live in this state, success becomes inevitable, not because you chase it, but because you attract it. Think of the sun. It does not chase planets. It burns. It radiates, and everything falls into orbit around it. This is the law of resonance, and it is the law you must now live by. Do not chase. Radiate. Do not beg. Command. Do not react. Create. Each morning, rise with this thought: I am aligned. I am centered. I am unshakable. Carry it like armor, and watch how the field begins to shift. The people around you will feel it. They may not understand it, but they will sense it. Opportunities will bend toward you. Challenges will fall before you, because you are no longer a fragment of chaos. You are a vessel of order. And order attracts. Order commands. Order reshapes reality. So remember this: silence is not weakness. Detachment is not loss. Discipline is not prison. They are the very tools that set you free. And freedom is power. You are not here to live small. You are not here to be tossed by the winds of chance. You are here to command the field, to rise in mastery, to embody the unshakable. And this is only the beginning. You have walked with me through silence. You have stepped into detachment. You have tasted the edge of mastery, and now we arrive at the final threshold, because everything until now has prepared you for this. Alignment with the infinite. Alignment with the field that governs all outcomes, all creation, all possibilities. The field is not outside you. It is within you. It is you. Most people search for power in the external. They believe success is a door to be opened by keys they do not yet hold. But the truth is reversed. The field bends not to effort, but to state, not to force, but to frequency. Your frequency is forged by your mastery within. Imagine standing at the shore of that invisible ocean once more. This time, you do not hold a cup. You do not stand on the edge, waiting. You step into the water. You become the water. You dissolve into the infinite sea of possibility, and from within that ocean, you no longer ask. You command. This is alignment, not begging the universe for scraps, but radiating with such authority that the universe itself bends to your resonance. Think of the great builders of civilizations, the visionaries who carved light out of darkness. They did not follow the world. They bent it. They did not ask, is this possible? They declared, this is, and the field obeyed. You are no different. Your mind is not weaker. Your soul is not smaller. The same field they commanded is the field that surrounds you now. The only difference is your belief. A belief is nothing but discipline repeated in silence until it becomes truth. Now listen carefully. This is where most fail. They awaken for a moment. They touch silence. They taste power. But then the noise pulls them back. The world distracts them, seduces them, chains them again. That is why mastery must be daily, a discipline, a sacred practice. Every day, return to silence. Every day, detach from the noise. Every day, remind yourself, I am the architect, not the victim. I am the sovereign, not the slave. I am unshakable. Picture yourself rising tomorrow with this ritual. Before you reach for your phone, you reach for stillness. Before you chase the world, you command your mind. 5 minutes of silence, 5 minutes of visualization, 5 minutes of declaring your alignment. And those minutes will shape the hours will shape the days will shape the years. And soon, you will look back and see that you have built a life not of accident, but a command. And when challenges come as they always do, you will no longer tremble, because you will know every storm is only a test of your foundation. And your foundation will not break. It cannot break, because you are aligned with what cannot be broken. Think of the mountain again. The winds howl, the storms rage, the seasons shift, but the mountain remains, unshakable, unmoved, eternal. Now imagine yourself as that mountain. Walk into your day with that vision. Stand before others with that presence. Speak with that authority. Act with that certainty. And watch as the world reorganizes itself around your vibration. This is not fantasy. This is law. And if you dare to live by it, your life will never look the same. Now let me leave you with this final image. Picture a flame, small, fragile, trembling in the wind. That flame is the beginning of awareness. Most protect it with fear. They hide it. They smother it with doubt, and the flame dies. But imagine instead you feed it. You breathe discipline into it. You shield it with silence. You nourish it with detachment. Soon the flame grows. It becomes a fire. It becomes a blaze. And eventually, it becomes the sun itself. And like the sun, you do not chase. You do not beg. You burn, and everything bends to your fire. This is the life you are called to live. Not a life of reaction, not a life of fear, but a life of command, a life of resonance, a life of mastery. So hear me now. Do not leave this moment unchanged. Do not let these words fade into memory like smoke in the wind. Act, choose, discipline your mind, guard your silence, live detached, and align with the field. Subscribe now. Stay connected to this path, because each message is not mere words, it is training. It is sharpening. It is fuel for the fire you are building. Click like, leave your mark. Let this community grow stronger with every soul that chooses mastery over chaos. And as you walk from this moment back into your life, carry this truth. You are not a victim of reality. You are its architect. You are not a fragment lost in the storm. You are the eye of the storm itself. You are not chasing success. You are aligned with success. And the field will bend. Be silent. Be detached. Be unshakable. And watch as the universe itself moves to meet you. This is your time. This is your power. This is your command.